Hello everyone, I am Dr. Arun Sharma. In this video, I will explain about the dual nature of electromagnetic radiation. Dual character of the electromagnetic radiation, which means that radiation possesses both wave-like and particle-like properties. So dual means both two things, wave and particle. In the first part, I will explain the wave nature, and in the second part, I will explain about the particle nature of the electromagnetic radiation. So first of all, we will discuss about the wave nature. In this image, you can see that there are three coordinates x, y and z, and all the three coordinates are perpendicular to each other. If the radiation is propagating towards the x-axis, so this is the direction of propagation of the wave, and red color wave shows the electrical field component and the blue color wave shows the magnetic field component of the propagating wave or the radiation. So these three things are perpendicular to each other, so the electric and magnetic field components of an electromagnetic wave, these components have the same wavelength, frequency, speed and amplitude, but they vibrate in two mutually perpendicular planes which are also perpendicular to the direction of propagation. As we know that the electromagnetic waves or the electromagnetic radiation is a kind of radiation which including visible light, radio waves, gamma rays and X-rays, in which electric and magnetic fields changes simultaneously. Corpuscular. This is the term. In earlier days, Newton, light was supposed to made of particles, corpuscles. Corpuscles is a minute particle regarded as the basic constituent of light. So this is the minute particle that is called corpusculus, which is regarded as the basic constituent of the light. And as I have told that the electric and magnetic field component are perpendicular to each other with the direction of propagation of the wave, and it is also perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the wave. Electromagnetic waves can travel not only through air and solid materials, but also they can pass through the vacuum of space. So the electromagnetic radiation does not need any medium, and in absence of medium, that means in vacuum also they can propagate easily. This is the spectrum of electromagnetic radiation, and as we know that the frequency and wavelength are inversely proportional to each other, so means if the frequency is high then the wavelength is less. In case of gamma rays, the frequencies are very high, but in case of radio waves, the wavelength is very high and the frequencies are less. Visible range is only the visible spectrum that we can see from our naked eye, and the remaining electromagnetic radiations are not visible, like X-rays, gamma rays, radio waves we cannot see from our eyes, but the visible spectrum of the electromagnetic radiation we can see from our eyes. What is the visible spectrum? The range of or the visible spectrum is in the range from 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer wavelength range. So this is the wavelength range for the visible spectrum. The visible spectrum is the portion of the electromagnetic spectrum that is visible to the human eye. Electromagnetic radiation in this range we can see from our eyes, and there are 7 different colors, and that is so-called Vibgyor: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. So these are the 7 colors in the visible spectrum. Frequency, which is defined as the number of waves that passes to a given point in 1 second, and the unit of frequency is hertz, that is also called second inverse. In vacuum, all types of electromagnetic radiations, regardless of wavelength, travel at the same speed, that is the velocity of light, or we can say that is the speed of light. That is a 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and it is given by the symbol c. So what is the relation between the velocity of light, frequency and its wavelength? That is given by this equation: c is equals to mu lambda. So velocity of light is equal to the multiplication of the frequency and its wavelength. What is wavelength? Wavelength is the distance from one crest to another, or from one trough to another. So this is the definition of the wavelength also. And in this image you can see that there are the upper humps are the crest and the lower humps are the trough, and the distance between the two continuously crest and trough are the wavelength of the radiation. And the wave number is defined as the number of wavelengths per unit length. Its unit are reciprocal of wavelength unit, and that is a meter inverse. Simple examples of the wave nature as we have seen in our daily life, that is the diffraction and interference. What is diffraction? Diffraction refers to various phenomena that occur when a wave encounters an obstacle or a slit. It is defined as the bending of waves around the corners of an obstacle or through an aperture into the region of geometrical shadow of the obstacle or aperture. The phenomena of diffraction exhibited by wavefronts that passing the edge of an opaque body are modulated, thereby causing a redistribution of energy within the front. It is detectable in light waves by the presence of a pattern of closely spaced dark and light bands, that is called the diffraction pattern, at the edge of the shadow. Now, what is interference? In physics, interference is a phenomena in which two waves superimposes to form a resultant wave of greater, lower, or the same amplitude. Interference effects can be observed with all types of waves, for example, light waves, radio waves, acoustic waves, surface water waves, gravity waves, or matter waves. The process of interference, in which two or more light, sound, or electromagnetic waves of the same frequency combine to reinforce or cancel each other, the amplitude of the resulting wave being equal to the sum of the amplitudes of the combining waves. So, this is the meaning of interference of light. What are the examples? As we have told about the examples, one of the best examples of interference is demonstrated by the light reflected from a film of oil floating on water. Another example is the thin film of a soap bubble, which reflects a spectrum of beautiful colors when illuminated by natural or artificial light sources. So this is the about diffraction and interference in our daily life, and this is the wave number which is related with the wavelength, and the wave number is inversely proportional to the wavelength for the electromagnetic radiation. Now in the second part I will discuss about the particle nature, and the examples of particle nature is blackbody radiation and the photoelectric effect. In my coming videos I will explain about the blackbody radiation and photoelectric effect. So please subscribe this channel for more videos. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you very much.